David Lade has the most aesthetic physique of all time. Jeff Side, John Skywalker, even Ziz. I have immense respect for all these guys, but they all pale in comparison to David Lade. He has over 1.6 million subscribers on YouTube and over 4 million on his Instagram. But how did he get all this success and his insane physique? Let's go back to the beginning. The year is 2013, and a young David Lade is preparing to post his first video to YouTube, his 1-year transformation. And probably to the surprise of a 15-year-old David Lade, it goes viral. And of course it did. His physique is crazy impressive, especially for a 15-year-old. But of course, he didn't stop there. For the next year and a half, he would continue to upload videos of himself lifting, and even a Q&A. But in August of 2015, he would upload his most viewed video to date, another transformation video, but this time he has a tiny bit more muscle. I'm being sarcastic. He's probably twice as big as he was in the first video, and somehow he's even leaner. This video really put David on the map, eventually landing him a sponsorship with a company you're all probably very familiar with, Gymshark.
Gymshark hooked me up with a bunch of free stuff, so...
The exposure he got from Gymshark got him noticed by some bigger creators as well, but not for the right reasons.
A good example of somebody who I think is like a fake natural as of recent is this guy called David Lade.
Because of what he looked like when he started, and the strength that this kid has, it makes it so unlikely that he's natural that you may as well just say there's more chance he got struck by lightning and lived, and then got struck by lightning again and lived, than is he natural.
David Lade started being known as the fake natty, kind of the poster child for teenage influencers taking steroids. But no one had really come face to face with David Lade about his natty status until YouTuber Kenny KO did just that.
Natty or not?
Natty
Are you still natural?
Me?
Yeah.
You can drug test me if you like.
Ooh, good answer. Good answer. No SARMs or anything ever?
Nope.
No hormones?
No. Scary.
Okay.
You could sense a kind of nervousness in his demeanor, but according to a YouTube comment, he doesn't look nervous, David just doesn't like Kenny. But as you heard, he claims natural. But if he were to take steroids at such a young age, there's gotta be some sort of motive or reasoning. And for David, it would have been bullying and insecurity.
The whole reason that I got into working out was because of very generic, stereotypical insecurities, just being extremely skinny, feeling all that. And then as I started getting more and more progress in the gym, and then that obviously gave me a self-esteem boost. I felt a lot better about myself, and then I would take pictures. And then obviously when people take pictures, oftentimes they just want to maximize it to get it, best lighting, angles, etc. And then I got to a point where maybe a few years into working out where I had just a decent bit enough of muscle to get pictures that look semi-decent, right?
Now this could be an explanation for taking steroids. Bullying and insecurity would be a very big reason to pack on some size fast, and he definitely did. According to the internet, he's 6'2", 195. These are basically the perfect proportions. No muscle too big, no muscle too small. He also has that perfect shoulder to waist ratio, which is one of the most important factors in looking aesthetic. Chris Bumstead, Frank Zane, Lee Haney, they all have that wide shoulder, small waist build. But what makes David Lade's physique better than those guys is it seems achievable. Yeah, those guys are aesthetic, but they're also massive. David Lade manages to look just as good whilst also not having an insane amount of muscle. Here's David Lade without a pump or any sort of special lighting. His physique is still fantastic, but it definitely seems achievable. He somehow manages to have an almost impossible looking physique, whilst also just looking like a normal guy when he's out in public. David also recently got promoted to creative director at Gymshark.
I'm Gymshark's creative director of lifting. I'm gonna have a massive degree of impact and influence when it comes to shaping Gymshark's male lifting domain.
As shown by YouTube comments, this was a good move by Gymshark and a big step forward for David and the fitness community.